My name is Abdulrauf Muritala, and I work at Bujeti as a data engineer and data analyst. And beyond the job title, I'm someone who is very curious. I try to understand systems and how it works as related to people and as related to finance. I enjoy creating and building data systems that aid analytics and eventually help business make informed decisions. I did not start my career in data analytics with someone. I'm someone with a background in biological sciences, and this built the foundation in being, systematic, being experimental, creating a hypothesis, and trying to solve problems generally. It all started in the laboratory. When you run experiments, you tend to collect the data and analyze those data to get the result. And that piqued my interest in data analytics, but I stopped it there in school. It was after university that I picked it up again, and it has been interesting since then. Growing up, I did not always know that I was going to be a data analyst. I wasn't always analytical, but I enjoyed asking questions, then enjoy knowing why things are the way they are. And that sort of made it easy for me to, transition and pivot into data analytics. Before Bujeti, I worked at different organizations that, shaped my analytical thinking and honed my skills in data analytics. The most notable one of them being the fact that I worked at the corporate banking division in the best bank in Nigeria, the orange one. So yeah, it was quite interesting working there. It was fun, exciting, learned a lot of things before Bujeti poached me. So the hardest part of building a career in data is the realization that the hard skills, the core skills are not enough. It is not enough just, knowing SQL, knowing Python, knowing how to, build dashboards. That is not enough. And the most important part is actually understanding and mastering the soft skills, being able to communicate your findings with stakeholders, being able to ensure that your dashboards are not just there, you're not building for building's sake, but you're actually getting stakeholders and the teams to adopt these things you are building, leverage what you are building to actually make decisions. That is the most important part. So what attracted me to Bujeti was the fact that it wasn't just any other software developing team. It wasn't just any other startup or organization. It was an organization that was very intentional about what they were doing. The mission was very clear, helping African businesses, manage and be in control of their finance. A typical day at Bujeti, no 2 days look alike. However, I spent some days working very closely across different teams, working with marketing, sales, customer support, trying to understand, trying to leverage the data to make, to get insight essentially. And other days I work very closely with product and engineering to ensure that we are aligned with them in terms of, engineering and business decision. Generally, data helps team to move from a position of assumption to a position of being confidently making decisions. So at Bujeti, what we do with data beyond the internal team is we help businesses leverage their financial data to understand every single thing going on in their business. So imagine a company, a business just relying on bank transfers. Everything's going to be scattered across, right? At the end of the month, potentially they would get their bank statement, but you cannot make any sense out of that. At Bujeti, we give you that control, we give you the reporting module that helps you understand everything going on. You understand totally where your money is going, where your money is coming from, who is spending the most money, what team is spending the most money. We help you understand everything at Bujeti. We leverage your data so that you are in control. Yeah, favorite memory at Bujeti, I honestly cannot pinpoint it to one exactly, but yeah, it is always very joyous when we build new features and we go live with those features. You could see the commotion going on in Nigeria these past few months around how do individuals and businesses manage tax, and yeah, we just build a product. We just went live with something that handles that for businesses. So if you're a business thinking about how to handle your tax, we created that solution that does that. So that brings so much joy to me and to everybody on the team. Describing the work culture Bujeti in one word to me is intentional. We are very intentional about what we are building, and yeah, the teams, we are very intentional with working with one another, and it is very fun.